What's good, Keyshawn?
Yo, what's good, bro?
Yeah, finally got you, man. Sorry about the time delay. I didn't realize you was out in Houston, man. I thought you was down in Norfolk.
Nah, I'm out in Houston right now, training for a little bit.
Yeah, man. For everybody that don't know, man, you part of Team USA. Gonna be representing the 138, man. Favorite to win the gold. Man, how does that feel, man?
Man, I mean, I feel like it's gonna be a dream come true once I really complete that goal. You know, the coronavirus set us back like a week before we was about to leave to go qualify for the Olympics. The coronavirus canceled it, so I feel great once I really get to do it. You feel what I'm saying?
For those that don't know, you actually got started. Your mom actually got started in boxing. Talk about that.
Yeah, our mother took me and my brothers to the gym when we was about 9 years. I was 9 years old. My bigger brother was 11. And my younger brother was 7. So she just took us to the boxing gym because we was athletes, and she was basically like seeing if we was interested in boxing. And when she took us to the gym, we were just watching people spar, kids our age spar and stuff like that. And shoot, she asked us, did we want to sign up? The next day we signed up.
For those that don't know, how many national championships have you won?
I don't know, man. I mean, I've been winning nationals since I was like 9 years old. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot. Probably double digits for sure.
What's the most memorable your experience you had from a nationals?
My most memorable, mm, I would say my national Golden Gloves. I feel like that's what like put me on the path to getting on the team. As an elite fighter, that was my first nationals with the Golden Gloves. So after I won the Golden Gloves, I just started winning everything else after that.
For a lot of people that don't know, man, you've been overseas to at least 5 or 6 countries. Talk about your experiences, like, for example, over for 2 spots, one in Russia and the other one, the Netherlands.
Netherlands was my favorite experience. Well, I'm glad you named both of those, bro. But Netherlands was like my most out the country. I had the most fun out of the country in Netherlands. But Russia, I got the most experience in the boxing game. You feel what I'm saying? So those definitely on my top 2 lists. When I went to Netherlands, it was for a duel. But we was out there with like rich people, so they had us like on the yachts, like fancy hotels, eating right. They gave us some money so we could go shopping. You feel what I'm saying? After the fights, we had fun with like people that was in the crowd. It was a real good time. But in Russia, it was for the AIBA World Championships, so I fought everybody. I fought all the top guys in my weight class. I basically beat all the top guys in my weight class out in Russia. And it just gave me that extra experience to fight those top guys and to beat those top guys and to make my name at the top of the charts also.
Would you say you have an old school mentality when it comes to the sport of boxing?
Nah, I want to say old school. I just, for the most part, I just try to like keep things real and keep things authentic. I don't really like doing all that extra stuff for extra publicity or, just little stuff. I just really just try to be Keyshawn at the end of the day and just get the work that I need to get.
Because the reason I asked that was because one of the things I heard you talk about before is studying the older fighters, going back, looking at their interviews, and just really
Yeah,
studying and learning what they were about.
yeah, definitely. I love doing stuff like that because that does nothing but like feed your mental like good stuff, good energy. You feel what I'm saying? And being that they in the sport that they in the same career that I'm in. Why wouldn't I go back and watch those interviews? Not just the fights, but you know what I'm saying, the interviews, press conferences, and stuff like that. So when I get in that position, I want to know how I want to carry myself and how to answer certain questions and stuff like that.
Hey, who would you say was your favorite fighter growing up?
My first favorite fighter was Manny Pacquiao.
Who
hmm
would you say? Who would you say now?
Muhammad Ali, for sure though. That's my favorite of all time. But my very first favorite fighter was Manny Pacquiao. I ain't gonna lie.
Now, for those that don't know, man, you plan on after the Olympics, coming into the pros at the 130 weight class.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Have you got your eye, man? Just taking a look at the landscape of the 130 right now.
I mean, I actually got a good little point of view at like the weight class 130 right now. And shoot, it looked pretty good for real, for real. I got some good competition in that jump.
For a lot of people that don't know, man, you really into giving back. And one of the things is entrepreneurship. Talk about the DB3 enterprise and how that all got started.
Right, DB3 Enterprises is me and my brother's brand that we had started. Um, we still getting off the ground and stuff like that. We still getting out like our merch and stuff like that. But just the DB3 is Davis Brothers. Stands for Davis Brothers, and it's three brothers. It's three of us, and we all fighters. Actually, my big brother getting ready for a debut, for his pro debut. I'm going to the Olympics, and my little brother following right behind me. So it's really a family affair, DB3, and we gonna take over when we all pro.
Under that umbrella, you were talking about having multiple businesses under that umbrella. Talk
Yeah.
about that.
Or stuff like anything that we can put, like, because in enterprise, you can basically put a lot of things under the enterprise. You feel what I'm saying? But like starting off, I definitely want to make it a promotion as soon as I go pro. I want to make it a promotion. I want to start selling merch, hats, book bags, anything that can fall under DB3 and boxing related. You feel what I'm saying? But the promotion is definitely gonna get started as soon as I turn pro.
With that being said, do you plan on getting a promotional license also as well for boxing?
Definitely, I'm gonna do everything legally and do everything right how I'm supposed to do. I got good people behind me to set me up and stuff like that, so I'm looking forward to the future.
Talk about the importance of Black ownership. Why is that important to you?
Just ownership, period. It's always great having something in your name that's yours, that you brought up, that you paid for, and anything. Just being like your own, like your own entrepreneur. Like it ain't nothing better than that. You making your own money. Like as a fighter, we're entrepreneurs. We get in the ring and we make our money per fight. You feel what I'm saying? And whatever we want to do with that money, that's on us. Understand what I'm saying? But just being an entrepreneur, I mean, who wouldn't want to do that? You feel what I'm saying? Not just for blacks, but just for anybody, period.
Yeah, the reason I was real specific about that because what we find is we don't really own a lot of stuff when it comes to ownership. So that's why I said it was nice to see someone young and Black who's thinking on the mentality of the ownership level and not just being a consumer.
Yeah, and I respect that, bro. And I respect that you see stuff like that too, cause a lot of these people don't be seeing stuff like that, like a young mentality, black kid coming from where I come from and stuff like that. We don't really do stuff like that. We don't really get big opportunities, and then when we do get it, a lot of times we don't run with it. We just like get in the same little whatever we can get out of it. I don't feel like we get the most out of it. I feel like a lot of stuff in this boxing game get taken from fighters, or you just get blindsided by things that you don't even know about. You feel what I'm saying? But with me, like I said, I got a good team behind me. So when it comes to stuff like that, I'm hoping that we'll be on it. I'm pretty sure that we will be on it and stuff like that. So
Coming from the area where you're from down there in Virginia,
yeah,
you got Allen Iverson from down that way, Michael Vick. Have you had the chance to ever meet them?
Sweet Pea. Nah,
Sweet
I ain't
Pea?
never get a chance to meet them for real, for real. I think all them guys up out that area. I think they left that area.
Oh yeah, they definitely left, man. But when they come back, I'm quite sure, man, they got to know about Keyshawn Davis, or they will after the Olympics.
Hey, I don't know if they know now, but they damn sure gonna know later.
One of the things I heard you talking about, man, was giving back to your community, man. Once
Yeah.
it's all said and done, why is that important to you?
I mean, why wouldn't it be important to me? You feel me? Like, I know it's a question, but like, just speaking, like, why wouldn't something like that be important to me? When I came up in my community, whatever they had or didn't have is my community. Understand what I'm saying? I just feel like I'm the type of person where I'm a if I see something that I can feel like it can be changed, then I'm gonna do my best to change it. Understand what I'm saying? Like people, especially people where I'm from, Norfolk, Virginia. There's so much talent out there. Like when it comes to artists, rappers, singers, freaking athletes, fighters. There's so much talent out there, but a lot of the people really get straight away in the streets, for real, for real. And a lot of that comes from not having those eyes on us, like not having those big eyes on us. That's gonna really give these kids real opportunities to really start feeding their families. You feel what I'm saying? Like right now, it's nothing really going for us right now. You feel what I'm saying? Hopefully, I could be the first one for our city. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I want to do. And when I do that, I'm going to come back to the city with something that we can all just link up to and just start growing together. You feel what I'm saying?
You know, even now, speaking on now, do you feel you get the love and support from your city right now?
Um, yeah, I feel like I get the love and support from the city. Not a lot that I want, but it's okay. Like it's okay. Like people don't gotta love support me. Like because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be Keyshawn. You feel what I'm saying? And I made it this far. Like what I'm doing right now, and I'm gonna make it even farther. So love or hate me, know me now, know me later. Yeah, I'm still gonna be here. Still gonna be Keyshawn.
You know, going back to 2019, man, that was the break. You were the breakout fighter of the year. Talk about that.
Man, 2019, man, that was a year I'll never forget. Like because as you know, I had the Pan American Games, and then I had the AIBA World Championships back to back. You feel what I'm saying? And I remember earlier that year, I went to Bulgaria. It was like a little tournament before we get to the big tournaments. Yeah, the first day of the tournament, I had lost. And I remember like how bad I was feeling. Like I couldn't believe I lost to a guy. Well, I didn't really lose. It was a bad decision, but I just couldn't believe it. The first day of a tournament, like you feel what I'm saying, I lost. And I just remember everybody saying, "Keyshawn, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, because after these Pan Ams, you got the AIBA World Championships later in the year. People gonna forget all about that." And that's exactly what happened. I went to Pan American qualifiers, and then I went to the Pan American Games, and then out in Russia, went to the World Championships. People won't even like talking about the freaking Bulgarian trip no more. They were just so excited how well I did, and a lot of people were surprised of how well I did. I don't think people thought we was gonna come back with a medal for real. For real. I don't think people thought I was gonna beat the guys that I did. You feel what I'm saying? So when I did beat those guys, it brought extra attention on me because after I beat one guy, it was like, all right, he got another guy to beat. And I beat him. Then he like, all right, he still got three more guys to beat. And I kept winning. Understand what I'm saying? So just all that extra publicity just kept falling back onto. You feel what I'm saying? Then everybody else like in the IEBA World Championships had lost. I was like the only one left in the tournament. You feel what I'm saying? So that brought even more attention to me because it's like, dang, who's this one kid left that's beating all these guys? And you feel what I'm saying? So 2019 was definitely my breakout year, and I definitely showed the boxing world what I could really do. And that's not even really the tip of the iceberg. Like I ain't even had my pro debut yet. You feel me? So I'm just trying to keep it up.
You know, that's what's crazy about it. You know, going into 2020, that's when the pandemic hit and
Yeah.
COVID-19. How did your life change after that? Knowing that you were on a set path for Tokyo for the summer, and then everything changed after that. How did your world change?
I'm still going through change right now. Just teach me how to be patient and just chill. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's really just teach me how to be patient and just go with the flow. Like there's really nothing we can do. And like I said, I'm still going through the change now because we really just getting back started training, and we having a tournament out in October, stuff like that. So like we still going through changes now. So but right now what it's teaching me is just being patient and just stay humble because the wait is going to be worth it, especially being that I'm gonna win the gold.
You know, also during this time, what you're finding is a lot of the young athletes in boxing are now turning pro. You know, with your pedigree and background, with the Pan Am Games and World Championships, did a thought cross your mind to go pro?
Definitely. I made a post about going pro and everything. I wanted to go pro. Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you, I still want to go pro. But like I said before, the wait is gonna be worth it. You feel what I'm saying? So
I was going to
it's,
ask you that. What's the motivating factor to continue that path of the Olympic route? Because at the end of that, like you said, with the patience at the end of that, man, I could see a major payday, especially coming back with the gold.
yeah, definitely. But like I even had a promoter tell me this. Like when it comes to me being patient, he said, Keyshawn, the promoter said, Keyshawn, if you don't really got risk nothing, because if I lose in the amateurs, it's not like it's pro. It's not like my career. My career, you feel me? It's still amateur. You feel me? So why not wait it out? Keep all these amateurs. Uh, you know what I'm saying? And just keep doing what I've been doing. You feel what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I was supposed to go pro this year. I mean, yeah, the coronavirus messed us up, but it's like, all right, now what? You feel me? Like now what? Like, all right, I'm just gonna stay. I mean, there's no point even going right now in pro because the market right now is not even how it was before. So even if I turn pro right now, it's still not gonna make no sense because I'm not gonna sign for what I want to sign to. So now I know for amateur all these years for what? For the amount of money, like nah, I might as well just stay. You feel me?
No, I
Make
feel.
sure make sure all these amateur years is worth my signing bonus turning pro.
Now I got to ask, man. Not only do we have the pandemic going now and the COVID-19 in
Yeah,
America, what's your thoughts on what you see as far as the police shootings right now, man, and being a young black male in America today?
it's my thoughts on it. A boxing answer. Honestly, I don't really be running at night no more, for real, for real. Like, especially out where I'm from, I don't really do a lot of running outside no more, for real, for real. Like, all my workouts be in the gym now. Like, for real, in the gym. Because, like, you can never know, especially out the hood. You just got violence out the hood, and now we got to worry about the cops. And then I'm an athlete on my way to the Olympics. You feel what I'm saying? That's just not a good look. That's not smart to me to just be running anywhere. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, that's like one major adjustment I had made. Just really start watching like how I work out, what I do, because a lot of people ain't happy for me. Like everybody ain't happy for me. Everybody ain't. You feel what I'm saying? So, I just gotta really like watch that stuff and like when all them videos that be posting about that police violence and stuff. Like, I don't really be want to watch them videos. Like, I don't watch them videos. I just like know the names and like who and like, but when people actually get to watching it, I be like, man, I don't want to see that shit. Like, cause we see that all we do it to each other. You know what I'm saying? So why the hell would I want to keep seeing some videos of cops shooting us? I just pray ain't gonna be up. I just pray ain't gonna be me or my family next. You feel what I'm saying?
As is that something that you ever worry about? Being young and black, and as you get more successful, then let's say the rides change and you in a certain car, then it's
Yeah. I mean, I feel what you're saying. I mean, honestly, I don't worry about stuff like that. Cause if it's meant to be, it's gonna happen. You can't run away from it,
hmm
and you not even know when it's gonna happen till it happens. So you can't just have that on your conscience all day, especially growing up black. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just gonna stress you out. You can't like just keep doing what you're doing. Like I said before, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and just keep training and keep sticking with it, and keep being patient, making adjustments. Comes to me, shoot, everybody in this world, not just only black people, but everybody in this world is going through something. Yeah, us probably getting hit harder because we going through it in the world, and then we gotta fight police and all that. But everybody in the world right now is going through something. Coronavirus, people losing jobs, a lot of people is homeless. It's like things outside of boxing. It's bigger than boxing. You know what I'm saying? So is I just think about it like that. It's bigger than boxing. It's more than boxing right now. You feel me? So that's why I had to make my like a smart decision about the Olympics because it's like I mean I can go pro now, but you still got coronavirus. You still got this, that, and third happening. Like still not going nowhere. You feel me? So
you know speaking on that, one of my signature questions is one of the toughest things that you've been through in your life, and how did you overcome it? So talk about that in your road to becoming an Olympian, man. What's one of the toughest things that you've been through, and how did you overcome it? Because I actually heard you talk at one time in the interview about, being on the couch and how humbling that was, and still getting up and going to the gym and still got to do your thing, man, with no complaints.
My hardest obstacle I've been through. I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. Um, I moved to Alexandria, Virginia, to train with K, and this was my 12th grade year. So I started a new school, started a whole new life, Alexandria, Virginia. My 12th grade year. Me and my brother, like we had moved out there, and this was before nobody knew me. Nobody knew me. I was a great fighter still, but ain't nobody know me at the time. I was about 17, 18, and just moving out my environment. Like it was a big difference from because I live in the hood to like Alexandria, Virginia. Is like it's every race. It's every race. It's every race. It's not just black and white. It's every race. So it was like a culture shock to me. You feel me? It's like I just don't get along with nobody. I can't like these people speaking Spanish on a regular day basis. Like nigga, we speak English back where I'm from. Ain't nobody Spanish where I'm from, but like just the culture shock and just getting out of my environment and making me uncomfortable. You feel me? Getting me uncomfortable and still gotta train.
Oh, I think we lost her for a minute. Okay, yeah, okay, you back.
Yeah, but like get me uncomfortable, like you feel what I'm saying, and being uncomfortable but still having to stay focused, perform, train, and go to school. You feel what I'm saying? So like that was like one of the biggest obstacles I had was moving out my city and moving forward with my career and just trying to better myself with a new coach, a new gym. You feel what I'm saying? I moved away from my mother. It was just that year, 2017. 2017 was a big year for me, but the best decision I made in my life because that changed my life.
Would you say that experience made you stronger as a person and prepared you for when you made those overseas travel to, like, for example, the Netherlands to see different cultures and things of that nature?
Definitely, man. Speaking of like traveling and stuff like that, though, like when I first got on the team, I was like a kind of like an antisocial kid. Like in an interview like this, I wouldn't be doing this much talking. Like, I was really antisocial. Just coming from, you know, you don't know. So like traveling, it like broke me out my shell. You feel what I'm saying? Found like a new Keyshawn, like something that I didn't even know I had in me. You feel what I'm saying? She got me talking more, got me outgoing more and stuff like that. So like traveling, like really just opened my eyes to like it's bigger. This world is bigger than what I thought it was for real, for real.
Man, what is it like, man, to have a lot of professionals, man, that really say, man, he's the truth, man, the future of the sport.
Honestly, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like when I was a kid, like I'm like this not being cocky or nothing. Like this is really like how I felt since I was a kid. Like I knew one day, because I thought I was gonna be a football player, but I knew one day all the attention was gonna be on me, the spotlight was gonna be on me, and I was gonna show everybody. Understand what I'm saying? I've been having this in my head all my life, for real, for real. You feel me? So now that thing is really starting to come into play, it's just like, okay, I appreciate you, bro, but it's like I already kind of preparing for this. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of them things like that. Being around Shakur, being around my coach K, like they keep me humble because like Shakur, he's ahead of me. He's pro right now, world champion. Being around him all the time is like, how wouldn't I be humbled being around him? He already been to the Olympics. He is a world champion. I'm still trying to get there. You feel what I'm saying? So, and I seen his path getting to the Olympics. He was the guy like me. You feel what I'm saying? So, it's like I always stay humble, but I always appreciate and and just accept the fact that I'm here now, and I try to embrace it all, but don't let it get to me at the same time.
Speaking on Shakur, man, he came up short and got the silver.
Yeah,
We haven't had the last American male boxer to get the gold was Andre Ward back in 2004.
yeah.
How much pressure is that on you, knowing that you're the highly favored to bring home the gold for the U.S., man? That does that put extra pressure on you or no?
excuse my language, but they don't put no pressure on me because the Cuban I want to fight, I really want to fuck him up. So I don't feel no pressure because I want to fuck him up. You feel what I'm saying? Excuse my language,
No, you
but
all good, man. It's on the ropes. You good?
but so like, and plus I already fought that guy 3 times. You feel what I'm saying? And I
Is it
lost
bad
all.
blood? Bad blood?
Nah, hell nah.
Oh,
I just
okay.
don't like losing.
Okay.
And I feel like I gotta fuck him up though. I feel like I gotta fuck him up. But
Not to leave it in the hands of the judges.
yeah, no bullshit. But keep it real, bro. Shakur is really the only reason why I'm still amateur. No bull.
Explain
Like
that. Explain that.
from the very beginning. Since from the very beginning, before he even went to the Olympics, he called me out to his training camp getting ready for the Olympics. He called me out to his training camp. He told the head coach, he said, bring Keyshawn out here. The head coach is like, why? He just a kid. He ain't ready. Shakur's like, bring Keyshawn out here. He gonna give me work. Bring Keyshawn out here. Long story short, when I got out there, the first day we sparred, everybody watching. Don't nobody know me. I'm just this little kid. And everybody looking like, who's this little kid? Shakur telling everybody to bring him out. So when we sparred, it was great work, competitive. So after everybody seen that, it was like, wow, we gotta keep this kid around. So ever since then, Shakur was like, man, ain't you trying to go to 2020? I was like, yeah. He was like, you definitely gonna win that gold medal. You like, you really stay and stay focused and really commit yourself. He said, you gonna win that gold medal. This back in 2016. Now that we still here and we got even closer, it's like I revisited. I was like, cool, man, this coronavirus, I done been to the Pan Ams. I've been to the World Championships. I fought all the champions in my weight class. It's like, why not go pro, bro? He was like, bro, just wait. He was like, I feel you, but just wait, bro. It's gonna be all worth it. He was like, just the experience alone of going to the Olympics, it's gonna put you on another level. Understand what I'm saying? He was like, don't think about it as the money. Don't think about it as the fans. Don't think about it just being next year. He was like, just think about it, just the Olympics. You've been training for the Olympics for how long? I've been amateur? Since 9 years old. I'm 21 now. He was like, don't just go pro now. That won't even make sense. You feel what I'm saying? And he just really like broke it down to me and got me back down like level. And I was like, all right, that makes sense. I'm gonna stay amateur just because this was just our plan since back then.
That's crazy, man. He must be like a brother to you, man, for real.
Oh yeah, definitely. But a lot of people in the boxing game don't know that. I don't say that because I feel like if I start just saying Shakur my brother, Shakur this, Shakur that, it's gonna be like either they're gonna start comparing us or it's gonna be like you feel what I'm saying? But I feel like they're gonna start like comparing like, oh, Keyshawn going to the Olympics, oh he won gold, oh Shakur won silver, oh okay, what yeah, you feel me? Like I just try to keep things on a separate side of the field as much as possible. You
I
feel me?
get exactly what you're saying.
So
Because then
when
when you turn professional at the 130, well, when you gonna fight Shakur or stuff like yeah.
right, you feel me? Or I don't wanna be under Shakur reign neither. You feel me? He world champion. I'm just Keyshawn going to the Olympics. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to be under nobody reign. I just want to be Keyshawn Davis. Oh, that's the kid that's going to Olympics. Oh, that's the kid that got that gold medal. Not, oh, that's Keyshawn Davis. That's the boy that's always hanging out with Shakur. I don't want nothing like that.
Hey, man, I got to say, man, I really appreciate your time coming on today. I wanted to come at it from a different angle with you, man, because, like I said, I see where your mentality was, and I want people to see that. I know they always ask, the normal boxing questions, but I
Yeah,
wanted them to see the other side of Keyshawn Davis, man.
yeah. I definitely respect this interview, bro. Like, you definitely let the fans hear the other side of Keyshawn Davis. I respect this interview.
Before we wrap it up, man, I want to ask, man, what would people be surprised to know about Keyshawn Davis?
Mm. What would they be surprised about?
Yeah.
Man, I'm out here clipping super heavyweights, man. Man, man. I'm out here doing it big, man. Andy Cruz got something coming for his ass.
Oh man.
Hey, my boy Loco Milano. What's up, bro? My boy Loco. You see him, Loco, up there? He's sparring Charlo right now.
No, dang.
How you pronounce that name? Loco Milano something? Emmanuel, that's his real name. He's sparring Charlo right now, man. He out here in Houston. I was just sparring him like 2 weeks ago,
Oh,
Emmanuel.
how things going in Houston, man, with the storm and everything right now?
Man, that shit was no storm, man. I woke up the next morning, it was sunrise and blue skies.
Oh, okay. So it didn't even hit our way.
Man, nah.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Well, actually, that's a good thing, man. Especially what happened with Houston a few years ago with the floods, man.
Yeah, but you know that be the government trick, man. That be the government trick. Look, the government always hype some hurricane shit up, right? And everybody go out, what they start doing? Buying up all the shit. The economy gotta grow, right? They kept hyping this category 4 hurricane up. But why they say soon as it hit land, it was a category 1. And then the news reporter was like, I don't know why they kept it at a category 4. Yeah, I know why. They kept wanting niggas to buy up all the food and stuff like that. They got Walmart looking like the mall nowadays. For real.
Oh man.
They got a satellite up in space, man, starting all these hurricanes, and they putting a name on it, stamp. Shit, crazy.
Oh, now you going above people's head. They don't know about that. They don't know about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm going way up. I'm going way up there.
They don't know, man. They got the technology to do the earthquakes, hurricanes. They don't know. They just don't know, man.
They just don't know.
That heart. Yeah. That's not for everybody. That's not for everybody.
Right. How the hell we having all these hurricanes before hurricane season? This shit never happened before.
You know why? You know why?
They gotta build that economy.
Hey man, I really enjoyed this interview, man. For real.
Definitely, we gotta do it again.
Definitely, man. I gotta get down to your gym too, man. Check things out, man.
Andrew Council, what's up, G? Shout out Andrew.
Oh, my dog Andrew Council. He was just down there with you, man.
Yeah, I spar his boy Trayvon. He a monster, 19 years old.
Oh, Trayvon, you was sparring Trayvon?
Definitely.
Oh, Trayvon Sniper Marshall, man. Yeah. Good work.
Yeah, that motherfucker got some crack too. To be 19.
Hey man, but I truly, once again, man, appreciate you coming on the ropes, and this definitely won't be the last time either, man.
Yeah, don't make it the last time, bro. Hit me up again.
Nah. But like I said, man, I wanted the people to see a different side of Keyshawn Davis, man, and let them know, man, about the head that you got on your shoulders, man.
I appreciate that, man.
Appreciate it, man. All right, man. Be easy, man.
All right, G.
All right. All right, man. I want to thank everyone tuning in. I'm telling you, man, y'all better jump on board right now, man. Jump on board right now. This is the hottest thing in the underground for boxing, bringing you all the best young talent in the sport, and not just asking your normal boxing questions, but really getting to know them. And let everyone know about it, and let them know it's a new boxing media in town that's really bringing something for the young people of the sport, the next generation. And I truly appreciate everyone tuning in. Shout out to Andrew Council who came through it here today. Couldn't really see all the comments, man, because I was trying to do the interview at the same time. But I want to thank everyone who tuned in to On the Ropes. Had 2 fire interviews today, Keyshawn Davis and Darius Foljam. Thank you all for the support.